A lot of people who draw, like myself, we are kind of one time at least stuck in that loop of not improving. And after making way too many portraits, like I have maybe 100 videos on my channel of like all these process videos of the drawings that you're seeing. And yeah, I am only showing you the good ones because it's the internet and you have to put your best self out there.
Kidding.
Anyways, they're not necessarily the worst, but I am not unfamiliar with drawing people who look like they've been hit with a frying pan. Like, there's no sense of depth, or like the form is not correct. There's a lot of things that are not right with them. And I think that just goes to show that if you don't have the right guidance, I mean, you can still get there, but it's just going to take you a longer time. Like, I'm the kind of guy who is going to freak around and find out himself. Like, that was like the #1 mistake that I made. And it's nothing that's wrong with just like going your own way and just finding shit out yourself. Like, I think like experimenting and trying out different things, it's an important part of learning. But there's something to be said about learning from artists that you know for a fact are better than you. Like, I listen to a lot of Stephen Bauman podcasts and I watch his lectures. And I've not really bought his book, but if anyone of you draws, anyone like watches my videos, you can pretty much tell that the initial stage of my drawings, like the foundational sketch, they are kind of like a derivation of his method, because like I've seen him draw so much and I've listened to him talk so much about his workflow that it is just in my nature now to start my portraits that way. Because what you see, like, I used to play badminton and our coach always said during competitions, like, sit down and watch other players play, other players who are better than you. It's just something about like learning and watching, just like seeing them do it. It kind of, you can kind of project your own self onto the code and just like picture yourself doing it instead, you know? Like, I never forget it. Like, he said that 60% of improving your game is just watching other players play. And you also hear artists talking about copying other artists. Like, it's not really cheating unless you're selling it, like that's plagiarism. But if you're just learning from them, that's awesome. Like, some artists even start their day just by copying their favorite works and then they do their own work. So they're kind of carrying and taking away whatever things that they like from the artist that they admire, and then they implement it in their own works. And that's so much better than just doing it yourself and not letting other people influence you. And just a quick FYI, I don't all obviously mean just watch them, like copy their work. Like, by watching, you're just doing it like theoretically. It's practical. Like, drawing is a practical thing. You don't need to explain how you do it. You need to be able to do it. Also, there's sometimes people can do it, but they don't really know how to explain it. That's not like they are bad at it, but people's, what is happening? But some people are just like intuitively good at things, you know? It's like they're just naturally good and they don't know how to explain it. And the second thing is about discipline, and like obviously that's a no-brainer, but I want to stress it. Without an art school, it is going to be very, very difficult, because like you don't really have a curriculum, you don't have any, blueprint to follow. And it's about accountability too, because without an art school, you have no teachers, you have no assignments, and you have no deadlines within which you have to finish a particular work or like just be done with a YouTube video, you know? And I also struggle with it. Like, that is pretty evident because it took me a long time to improve this much. Like, I am trying to learn how to go about things. Like, I want to learn how to paint, so I'm doing things in a structured format just so I can get the results faster. But like, I think I decided to be disciplined after I realized that I'm not shit. And this is really not me trying to undermine my own self or my work, but just, giving myself a reality check every now and then, like, okay, this is good, but this can be better. And the more reality checks you give to yourself, the more better you're going to be. Because like with reality checks, you're going to have some sort of disappointment. Like, I'm not saying like, oh my God, this sucks, but disappointment as in, oh, I could have shown up with like 110%, or I could have done much better, you know? And what I also realized is like discipline with these things, it's a form of self-love. And people can live by themselves, but it's really hard to live with yourself, if that makes sense, you know? Because any kind of art form, it takes so much patience, it takes so many hours away from your life. It's hard to just sit by yourself and just do it for hours and for days, for weeks, just trying to get better. Like, isolation is very, very important, but you need to make sure that you're disciplined in that isolation, you know? and you're learning how to live alone. Because like if you're really signing up for the contract of being able to draw or like do anything in a better way, you need to make sure that you can just be with your own company and just do it. There's no easy way. Like I could recommend you 100 books, I could recommend you artists that you could follow to learn, but unless you're disciplined, nothing is working. And you really need to make sure that you want to improve. There's a difference. There's a big difference between saying that you want to do something and actually wanting to do it. And I have been that guy. I'm not gonna lie. I've been that guy who just said that, okay, I want to improve, but those were just words. Because like until you're really disappointed, until you just finally realize that, okay, this is not really me realizing my whole potential, you'll not improve. Anyways, this is the final result, and yeah, hopefully something in this video helped you out, something clicked, and I will see you in the next one.